Good morning, you guys. You gotta forgive me. Give me a second. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. I've been having some computer issues this morning. Well, not computer issues, some Wi-Fi internet connection issues this morning. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me stop this music, this background music that they got on this platform. Let me stop this real quick. Hey you guys, this is Lady D, that be me. I am here, Conversations for Dummies. I have been absent for a little bit, but I am back and we're gonna get this show on the road. Give me 1 second, let me get this party started. Let's see here. Here we go. Here we go. Oh my gosh, I can't understand why this computer is moving so slow. Y'all bear with me. Here we go. Lady D TV presents Conversations for Dummies, where some things you know and some things you learn. Tonight, we're going to learn some things. Stay tuned right here on Lady D TV for Conversations for Dummies, coming up right after this word from our sponsors.
Vegas, where's the food? Right here at So Sinful Snacks and Treats. Make sure you get down to 4255 Dean Martin Drive, Suite G, and put your order in at So Sinful Snacks and Treats. Try out our new steam bowls or our delicious homestyle barbecue. Either way, you're going to love something at So Sinful Snacks and Treats. Now available on Uber Eats and DoorDash. Order today.
And now, here's Lady D with Conversations for Dummies. All right, you guys. Hey. Welcome to Conversations for Dummies. I have not been here for about a month. I did my last show on September the 2nd, and so I am back. I'm back, you guys. I've been, took a little trip to Texas, and when I came back, I had some things I had to get in order before I committed myself to doing my show again. But the last show, I think, was in September, on September the 2nd, I believe it was. So I am back. Welcome to Conversations for Dummies. I am broadcasting live right here on Diane P. Meadows. I'm also on Lady D TV, and I'm on Lady D That Be Me TV on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys for joining, and thank you for being patient with me and waiting for me to get back. And so I'm excited to be here. I don't have a guest today. It's just me, myself, and I. And we are prepared to get this show going. I hope you guys enjoy. I have been really pleased and excited about the response that I got in regards to starting a literacy program. And so I want to talk about literacy today, but before we go there, I want to do the news in 3 with Lady D That Be Me. So give me 1 second while I get that all set up. We're going to listen to the news in 3 because I think it's important that we stay up to date on what's going on in the world. And I know a lot of us out there are not knowledgeable about what's going on in the world today. So hopefully you guys will get something out of this news. So give me a second. Let me get all set up, and I will uh, be doing the news in 3. Give me 1 second. Got to get my everything set up. All right, here we go. News in 3 coming up right now. Coming up. Welcome to News in 3 with Lady D, that be me, courtesy of CNN's 5 Things. Friday, October 7th, 2022, the Nobel Peace Prize, one of humanity's most coveted accolades, was jointly awarded today to human rights activist Els Bialatsky, the Russian Human Rights Organization Memorial, and the Ukrainian Human Rights Organization Center for Civil Liberties. This year's announcement ranked among the most closely watched and complicated decisions made by the Nobel Committee in recent times due to Russia's ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Here's what else you need to know to get up to speed and on with your day. President Joe Biden on Thursday pardoned all federal offenses of simple marijuana possession, a move that senior administration officials said would affect thousands of Americans charged with that crime. No one should be in jail just for using or possessing marijuana, Biden said in a video announcing his executive actions. A suspect is in custody after 2 people were killed and 6 others were wounded in a series of stabbings in front of Las Vegas Casino on Thursday. The incident took place near the Wynn Hotel and Casino shortly before noon, police said. The 32-year-old suspect was taken into custody on 2 counts of open murder with a deadly weapon and 6 counts of attempted murder with a deadly weapon. The U.S. issued new sanctions Thursday on 7 senior Iranian officials over the Iranian government's violent crackdown on mass protests and restrictions on internet access in the country. For weeks, a protest movement in Iran's capital of Tehran has gathered momentum since the death in mid-September of Mahsa Amini, the 22-year-old Kurdish Iranian woman who died after being detained by the country's morality police for apparently not wearing her hijab properly. Justice Department officials are insisting to former President Donald Trump's attorneys that he return any outstanding documents marked as classified, making it clear they do not believe he has returned all materials taken when he left the White House. Whether the FBI rounded up all of the sensitive federal records in Trump's possession during its search of Mar-a-Lago residence is a question that's loomed over the situation in recent weeks. But in numerous court filings, prosecutors indicated that they had concerns that classified records were possibly still missing. Amazon plans to hire 150,000 new workers in the U.S. to meet demand ahead of the busy holiday shopping season, the company said Thursday. The openings, which include full-time, seasonal, and part-time roles, range from picking and packing to sorting and shipping. While Amazon typically opens new roles each holiday season, this large hiring spree comes in the heat of a tight labor market and as rising inflation continues to put more pressure on companies to raise wages. And that was our news in 3 with Lady D, that be me, courtesy of CNN's 5 Things. I hope that got you caught up and up to speed on what's going on in the world today. And now we're going to get back to the show. Let me get back to my background and change that, and back to the show. Thank you guys for being here for Conversations for Dummies. This show today is about illiteracy in the U.S. And I hope that you guys get something out of this. I'm excited about the comments that I received, like I said, from my post on Facebook about starting a literacy program. I am really serious about that. So I have come to find out, I've come to find out that illiteracy is running rampant in our country. And I became personally aware as a result of my candy store that I have here in my apartment, and the kids that come to be a part of the candy store to buy stuff. They come to buy stuff. They come to get the goodies that Lady D has. You know, I got candy and I got snacks and I got nachos and sodas and pickles, Kool-Aid pickles, all kind of stuff they come to buy. Well, sometimes they come and they don't always have food or have money. I'm sorry. They don't always have money when they come to be a part to get stuff from the candy store. So they'll ask me, Miss D, can we do something to get some candy, to get something for free? And I'm like, sure, you can do something. Can you spell a word? Or can you do a math problem? Or can you tell me who Martin Luther King is? Can you tell me what Rosa Parks did? Can you spell simple words? And I found out that a lot of these kids, ages ranging in ages from 5 to 15, that they are not able to spell simple words. I have come to learn that some of the kids, 6 years old in first grade, cannot spell simple 3-letter words. I have come to find and learn that some of the children that have come to my door do not even know their ABCs. I have one child that I've taken under my wing that does not know the ABCs, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that a 6-year-old that should be in first grade does not know the ABCs, cannot recognize a A from a C, cannot recognize a O from a M. It saddens my heart. And so I want to start a program, a literacy program. And some of the people that have reached out to me, Gloria Tyler Mallory and Dehan Blevins and a few other people in San Diego that have responded to my messages, to my comment on Facebook, have made it clear that they would be willing to help. And so I do apologize, you guys. These eyelashes is just not working today. It's getting on my nerves. I might have to snatch it off in a minute. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to the assistance to help get this thing. I don't even know where to start. I'm not a teacher. I might be an educator. You know, we all are educators in our own right as adults. You know, when we teach our kids and we teach our relatives and our loved ones different things. So we're all educators. But I've never been a teacher of children, not a real teacher. So I wouldn't really know where to begin to start educating some of these kids. So what I did, because I do care and I don't want to just, because I don't consider myself an educator or a teacher, I don't want to not do anything. So I went out and I purchased some books, some learning cards, some flashcards that the kids can utilize to learn stuff. I went out and I bought some words that they can learn to spell, hopefully. Can you guys see that? I bought a packet of words. I don't know why the thing is not working good, but so I bought books and I bought different things that they can utilize, flashcards, crayons and pencils and stuff that they can utilize, that I can start teaching them some stuff. So I started working with the one little kid, and they were so excited that they ran home and forgot that they came to get something free. When I started teaching the ABCs, they forgot about the free stuff. They wanted to learn. And so that inspires me, that encourages me. So I want to share a couple of videos with you guys about Black literacy, about adult literacy, illiteracy in the U.S., and just a couple of videos to get you guys kind of up to speed and up to par on what's going on in our country. Over millions, 30 million, I think it said over 33 million people in the U.S. cannot read and write, are illiterate, functionally illiterate. Watch these videos.
The Jones girls, Aisha and Letitia, need to take a break from their own homework
I forgot the word, Aisha.
to help their dad with his.
What patterns do
you see in the two
columns?
Because at 52, John Jones is just now learning to read.
I was so embarrassed, so ashamed, and I just felt like, man, I'm a nobody.
For many years, unable to read a menu or a bus schedule, Jones was just one of the estimated 65,000 adults in Buffalo, New York, who cannot read above a 5th grade level. And a new study shows the problem is getting worse in many states. California, New York, and Florida have all shown dramatic increases in illiteracy rates. The figures have improved in a few states like Mississippi, Rhode Island, and Kentucky. But worldwide, the United States doesn't stack up too well in general. 14 countries rank higher on reading ability than the U.S. Back in Buffalo, Read to Succeed targets the problem early, teaching preschoolers shapes, colors, and letters.
We have a lot of poverty, and that means a lot of the children don't have the skills, but they have the potential.
The theory being you're never too young or too old to learn.
Protest?
Protested, excellent.
Working with Buffalo's literacy volunteers has given Jones a fresh start.
They gave me a chance to open a door that I could never open before. Hallelujah. I could never open it before because I couldn't read.
And pig.
Hi.
It's not easy, but Jones says seeing his daughters read inspired him to try.
Hi, baby.
Seth Doan, CBS News, Buffalo, New York.
Illiteracy in America, the world's most powerful country, is, contrary to many assumptions, a major problem. Illiteracy is particularly prevalent in minority communities, more so among Black boys.
A student is in 4th grade and is reading at a high 2nd grade level or maybe even lower.
That's Devontae Augustus, a 4th grade language arts teacher whose lived experience is not an isolated case. In fact, according to an analysis by the U.S. Chamber of Commerce Foundation, in 2018, only 18% of Black American 4th graders were proficient in reading. In 8th grade, only 16% of Black American students were proficient. In order to solve these literacy setbacks, many have suggested expanding school choice, which, according to its advocates, would give less fortunate parents more options, not relegating them mainly to the perceived failed public school system. Mr. Augustus has a more nuanced approach.
Some people just are not in a place, an area where they're fortunate enough to have those options. But I do think that there are a lot of great educators who work in the public school system who are able to teach students and able to see them grow.
Sergio Brown, a veteran 5th grade teacher and dean of students who is now transitioning to high school, believes it is not only a systemic issue. He says it starts in the home first.
I think, again, it comes back to having people in these kids' lives who can help guide them into making good choices.
While the debate continues on the origins of illiteracy in Black America, be it because of school choice or the lack thereof, there are things you can do. First, as Mr. Brown and others suggest, you can begin by reading to younger children. As well, begin incentivizing them to read on their own. This will encourage and enrich their reading and computation skills as they grow older. For News Vision, this is Jay Shakur.
It is worse than we can think or comprehend. Millions of African American men are unable to read. Suffering in silence, unable to understand, interpret, or comprehend the most basic combinations of written English words. Looking at signs, menus, and important documents as if they are written hieroglyphs, too proud to ask what it means. This is the life of millions of black men who are functionally or completely illiterate. There are numerous reasons for individuals' inability to read and comprehend, but the two main reasons are social engineering and the anti-intellectual African American culture. This culture ridicules those who show an interest or excel in academics, choosing to praise those who play sports, fight, dance, and sing. A lot of the self-hate African American men have persists because their only source of information about themselves is from social and academic myths, along with a media machine that wants them to hate themselves. Reading is the key to unlock oneself from the psychological slavery that leaves too many ignorant and insecure.
So many black people express themselves in different ways. They do it through speech, they do it through doing, and they also do it through writing. And all of that is tied into literacy. It just looks different for this community. I am the program assistant for Literacy Minnesota. What literacy means to me is building skills such as reading, writing, and even speech. This publication is important to the black community because it amplifies black voices, and this is why we hired Ariana.
My name is Ariana Giles, and I'm the project coordinator for Black Literacy Matters. Black Literacy Matters was instantly a passion project for me. As a writer, storyteller, and college student, I know my experience as a black person isn't always uplifted or represented like it should be. Literacy in the black community isn't always praised, and so my goal is to truly create some space for black culture and advocate for the black community here in Minnesota. We have tremendous support here at Literacy Minnesota to make all of this possible.
My name is Eric Nessheim. I'm the executive director here at Literacy Minnesota. When Christian brought the idea to the organization, he actually shouted it out in the staff meeting, and I thought that's a no-brainer. It struck a chord. The idea of lifting the voices of the African American community, offering them the opportunity to sort of express their stories and their experiences with us as an organization. It's been a tough year for everybody, and lifting the voices in a year like this, I think, is relevant. I so look forward to reading Black Literacy Matters. I hope you do too. Literacy is life.
Literacy is the freedom of expression.
Literacy is power.
The submission deadline for Black Literacy Matters is February 28th. To submit your story and for more information, visit literacymn.org/Black Literacy Matters.
All right. So, yes, did you hear the videos, the messages? The message is that literacy matters. It is so important that we teach our kids how to read and write and comprehend. I am so devastated by the fact that these kids over here don't know basic words. I can't imagine going through life not knowing how to read and how to read a sign or how to read a book or how to read a newspaper. I can't imagine not being able to read a magazine. Looking at pictures is one thing, but reading the words is another thing. It tells the story of the pictures. We have to educate our people, not just Black people, but all people. Literacy matters for everyone. There was one video that I wasn't able to get to upload because it was too long, and I didn't have time to shorten it, but it was very um, powerful to me. And I think that we all need to come together in some type of way and make sure that our children are being educated. I can't imagine not teaching your child at home. That's where it starts, in the home. When the babies are babies, they should be starting to get taught their ABCs, showing them their ABCs, their one, two, threes, letting them recognize letters and numbers and words. And once they get to a certain age, start teaching them. My grandson was 3 years old and he was spelling basic 3-letter words because I started teaching him on the way to school. We would drive to school. I'm taking him to daycare and I'm teaching him how to spell cat. How do you spell cat, Jordan? C-A-T, cat. And he learned it, and he learned the words. And then I would ask him on his own, tell me, how do you spell cat? And he would tell me after he learned certain words. He was able to tell me. Now he's in first grade. He's 6 years old. He is the smartest kid in his class. I thank you, God. Thank you for our teaching, for us empowering him to learn and to want to learn and know and grow. Literacy is so important. I know that when I was a kid, my mother did not really teach me, but she empowered me to learn on my own. She taught me certain things, basic things, in the beginning, ABCs, one, two, threes, and all that. But when I got to a point where I could understand what the letters were and how to put them together, it was a wrap for me. And then she bought me books on top of books on top of books. And if I would ask her, Mom, how do you spell this word? Or what does that mean? She would say, well, what you think I bought them books for? You got all them books in there. Go get them books and read them. And I basically taught myself. I learned a lot. I read encyclopedias and I read dictionaries and I read all types of books. And so I just want to say that, literacy is life. Knowing how to read and write and comprehend, knowing how to count and understand money, financial literacy is very important as well. But if you can't understand, if you can't read, you can't write, then what good is financial literacy going to do if you can't even understand, the basics of reading and writing? It's just so important to me. So I hope and I pray that this video, that this message will get across. Those of you that are interested in working with me to put together a literacy program that could be for everyone, that could be virtual, that our children can utilize and learn, that's not going to be expensive and out of reach and out of range. A lot of times parents don't themselves may not know how to read, how to write, how to comprehend certain things. So we got to make sure that we are reaching the masses, the children, mostly, first and foremost, but those adults that are struggling as well, we got to help them all. You guys come with me, work with me, give me a call, reach out to me. You can reach me at 619-301-4467, or you can message me on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on all the platforms. I'm out there as Lady D TV, Diane P. Meadows, mostly Lady D TV, Lady D, that be me on YouTube. Reach out to me and let's try to make an impact in our people, in our country. Our country is not the lowest on the totem pole of not knowing how to read, but there are 14 countries above ours that read better than we do, that have more literate people walking around than we do in America. We should not have illiteracy. There should not be illiteracy. And it just saddens my heart to know that there are so many people out there that don't know how to read and write and comprehend. So you guys join me. Like I said, reach out to me. You can reach me on any of my pages. You can reach me at 619-301-4467. I don't mind sharing my phone number, and help me to help teach our children, our community, our people, our country how to read and how to get back on track. And let's make an impact, you guys. Let's do it. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout outs. I didn't do my shout outs earlier. Shout out to Johnny L. Dunlap Jr. Shout out to Christine King, to Ganye Kearney, Taisha Coleman, to Momo Coy, Andrea Tyler, and the whole Fireproof TV Films family. Shout out to Ulu Gomes, Trayvon Collins. They're part of the Fireproof TV Films family. Shout out to my girl, Savannah Combs. Savannah, if you are watching this, or if you get a chance to watch this replay, I am wearing my fair trade earrings that I got. I don't know if you can see them, but that's what I'm wearing today. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody out there that follows Lady D. That'd be me. Shout out to my girl, Terry Jean, down in Houston, Texas. Heading down to Texas, you guys, in the next month or so, to start my life down there in Texas with my daughter and my grandson. Shout out to each and every one of you out there doing things, making things happen. Shout out to my girl, Falana Wilson out there doing some great stuff. Shout out to Neva Foxworth. Who else? To Flavor down in Tampa, Miss Diamond out here in Texas. Shout out to you. Jamion, shout out to you, Jamion. Haven't heard from you in a minute. Shout out to all of you guys out there. I miss you guys. I have missed you guys on Conversations for Dummies. And I'm back, and I'll be doing my shows every Friday. I will have a special guest coming up in the next couple of weeks, if not next week. And yeah, just stay tuned. Stay tuned, okay? Stay close. This lady, that be me, had a great time talking about literacy. And you guys share this video with others. If you're watching the replay, if you get the replay, share it with others, and let's help get some people that don't know how to read, get them on the right track to reading. Okay? All right, you guys. And I'm going to play a couple of videos, and then I'm out. When is the end of COVID-19? Who knows? We're still in the middle of a global pandemic. There's still lots of uncertainty among us. There's no running from it. There's no getting away. So with that being said, let's continue to practice social distancing. Let's continue to practice good hand washing. Let's continue to teach our children best practices. Let's continue to do our part to fight COVID-19. This has been a public information announcement from Lady D TV and KEPX Radio. The time is now. You can't go back to yesterday. You can't move forward into tomorrow. The time is now. We have to take advantage of every opportunity that presents itself before us right now. Don't worry about what you didn't do yesterday, what you're going to do tomorrow. Worry about what you're going to do right now, today. The time is now. I know a lot of us want to go back and relive our past and rethink, what could I have done differently? What should I have done differently? That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you didn't or what you did do before. What matters is what you're gonna do right now, today, this moment, this second. Every second counts. You can't sit around and wait for someone to make a decision for you. You can't sit around and think about it too long. The time is now. Make your move. Make your mark. Make that move today, right now. Don't worry about what people say. Do it. All right, you guys. Thanks once again. I will see you next Friday. Stay tuned, tune in, tell a friend, and please share this video with others so they can help us out with this literacy thing and get some stuff going. All right. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Happy Friday. Have a good one.